Yeah, things are getting a little tense. I slammed myself into a bad situation using time compression. Next thing I know, I'm up against it with no warning, having to make a quick dive. Dive to about 110 meters.
Wasserbomben! Wasserbomben! Wasserbomben!
First order of business is get down below 100 meters if possible. Turn on the blue light, make sure everything's quiet. Turn off the gyroscope, gyro compass. They're closing in. Got my officers in the command station sending sailors out to inspect the sub for any damage. One of the neat things about this game is you can
Wasserbomben!
get your officers to go to the command station, which is in the control room. And they'll have each of them have sailors running back and forth inspecting the sub, giving them damage reports. You see this one here with the checkered red shirt with my officer damage report. He's checking it out. So far, what I found is I have torpedo tube that needs repair. If I click on that, I'd send him back to repair, but I don't want him repairing that. It's not a critical item, so no need to be making noise on that. Don't seem to have too much water in the sub. That's the other thing you want to do is, once you get leaks started, you come over here and you got a pump. But that would just make noise at the moment. I find, if it's a toss-up between pumping water out and staying silent, that's a decision you have to make. But quite often, you don't want to keep sinking, so pump the water out. But I don't have enough in there right now. So that's a captain's call. You start seeing water that's not just a fair amount and then that you think needs pumped, but if it's progressing and getting deeper, you got to stay on top of it, or you get to a point of no return. So first person view, I'll put on the little tool bubbles here so we can see what's happening. I only got one torpedo tube loaded. I still have some in storage, but I'm running low. I don't want them loading up torpedoes at the moment. I'm trying to stay quiet. You can see that red icon up on the top of the screen. I'm going to follow that all the way back and see where it leads me. Now, a lot of times, if you have a leak and you close the bulkheads, you can't go back and figure it out. You're going to have to get status reports. So here it leads me back here, and we need to repair. We need some replacement parts to repair. There's a torpedo tube. Like I said, we're not going to bother with that aft tube as it is anyway at the moment. We seem to be doing fairly well. They're not sure where I'm at. I'm pretty deep, probably deep enough where early enough in the war, October 39, that they're not sure where I'm at. So I'm not getting hit too badly here. You can see my guy Hans is giving a report over. Taking a look at the map. We got a fairly big convoy and ships all over the place. No, I don't think they know where I'm at. In fact, I think I'm going to head out this way.
Legen Sie den Kurs an!
One time I made the mistake of thinking I can get away quicker, and as soon as I increase speed, just to forward 2, they were on top of me, and I was about done for. Barely survived that one. So I'm not making that mistake. You need a few kilometers between you. We only have a 1.5 kilometers right now between myself and this patrol ship. Now, this is one of the drawbacks, weaknesses of U-boat, is that we have this constant cheat of being able to see the ships on the map. And Silent Hunter had the same issue, but they had a checkbox to take the ships off the map. And so if you wanted to go hardcore, you wouldn't be able to see these. But the truth of it is, I don't know what you would do if you couldn't see him here, because in Silent Hunter, the radio guy calls out the bearing. So at least if you didn't know how far he was, if he's short range, what bearing off the sub, and you could say, okay, I got a ship right there off of this bearing. And really not that handy with when you got patrol boats circling around. So, but in a lot of cases, it's something that I loved and I hope to see in this game at some point. It's never good when they start pinging you, but at least when the pings start, you have a pretty good idea what bearing they're coming off of and what direction they're coming from. At least, if things were good, your soundman would be telling you that. one of the things I'm doing here is get yourself a low profile between you and the ships coming after you. So here's where most of the ships are coming from, so I'm giving myself a low profile. Of course, unfortunately, this ship circling around eventually is going to hit the wider view of my sub and be able to get a ping off of me.
Wasserbomben. Ich brauche Hilfe! Scheiße. Wasserbomben.
Things aren't looking too good. Here we are in first person. We got things to do. As you can see, we got some damage. We got these guys doing damage reports. You can see they're doing that here now. By the way, I think I know why. I stated in another video that sometimes this compass doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work when you turn the gyro compass off. I think that's all there is to it. All the compasses work fine when the gyro compass is on. When you turn it off, they may or may not give you an accurate reading. No ventilation. No airflow. Getting hot and sticky. That's good. I got most of my guys in their bunks. You know what? I think I'm going to go a little deeper. Take a look at the map.
Herr Kaloi, ein Sonar hat uns geortet.
Meter.
One of the things is this game doesn't have the measurements quite right when they call them out. I noticed that, you know, if you go for 30 meters or 40 meters, it'll say 50. If you go for 60 meters,
120.
70 meters, it would say 50. Although as it goes up and down, the guy who just called it out, he always gets it right.
Hundertdreißig.
130 meters. That's about all I wanted, I think. Yeah, getting pretty close. See if they do any. Let's change direction. Oh, he's right on top of me.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Wasserbomben. Wasserbomben. Schiffsschrauben. Direkt über uns, Herr Kaloy.
Oh boy.
Wasserbomben. Wasserbomben.
They're right on top of me. I think they said I'm too shallow. I went into free cam mode. I don't know what happened to my captain. Hang on, I'll probably teleport somewhere. Oh, he's right here. Not much water in the hole, so we're okay. That must be a different boat.
Schiffsschrauben. Direkt über uns, Herr Kaloy.
I think they're double, well, I don't know. It's a long, tedious process. Could take, well, could take hours. They're heading out in the wrong direction. I don't know if they're going to circle back. So if they don't circle back, I don't know what this one here is doing. If they don't circle back, I may be able to get out of this and come on up after a while. After a short while. This is quite the convoy too. I get up top, I'll be able to report it in. Maybe get some other U-boats over here. Yeah, what happened to me is I had myself on time compression, bolting through the map at a high speed, trying to get my patrol zone, completed. And next thing I know, typical, no matter what game you're in, you go into time compression and it'll slam you up against the wall before you have time to prepare. And that's just what happened. And next thing I know, they know they've detected me. I had no chance of stealth, which is what submarines are all about. And you gotta be real careful with time compression. That's all it is to it. Next thing I know, I'm doing a crash dive and going silent running with the blue right, turning off any sound makers like the gyro compass, and sending my officers to the command stations to have the sailors come give them status reports. No, it's looking good right now. You're probably hoping it wasn't, so we can get a good example of how to do ship repairs underneath the traumatic trauma. I only have one repair going on here. Needs damaged torpedo tube. You hover over, it tells you what it is. So even if I wasn't able to go back there, and if it was behind a bulkhead that it couldn't get to, usually this status report will give you, So if you're wondering, hey, you're in here and you're seeing these sailors come and give the officers status reports. So how you know it's there? You just kind of come over here, hover over it, and it tells you what they know. And if nothing else is added, they just keep running and do their inspections. I think I'm free and clear. Okay, so what we'll do, turn off time compression, get back here, let's do a hydrophone check. What's going on here? Bunch of guys walking through.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter!
We're going to go up to 50 meters. Set the course of motion for the hydrophone and all the other automatic stuff.
120.
Let's go at free cam. Work our way up.
110.
We're not going to need 5 minutes. They're heading out. They're all heading out. Now, we got propeller noise over here and over here. I don't know what that is, those stragglers. They can't be freighters. I wouldn't think. Let's go up Periscope.
Auf Seerohrtiefe gehen.
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
There is something dead ahead. That's the problem with going up. That was quite the convoy. Well, let's get our torpedo fixed and our torpedoes loaded. I think we can surface safely here.
Tanks anblasen! Alarm abgebrochen!
Zu Befehl.
So I set Amos Knott off to fix that torpedo.
Wechseln auf Dieselmotor!
Okay, Cap. We got warships.
Jawohl.
So we need an inspection done. Oh, okay. So what happens here is you can only do inspections when the alarm is on. So you need to.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation!
Now he can do the inspection. Sorry about that. I got too quick on turning off the alarm status. I need to keep an eye on this guy. Yeah, must be. According to my bearing. So the horizon is hiding their ship. I can just barely see the mast tops. So I don't think they could see me at all. In fact, let's kick it up a gear.
Schneller, schneller!
I don't want to be blowing too much smoke. There's a little step up. See this little step up right here? I like to step up right against them and watch things from here. In fact, what I'm thinking is we got a ship dead ahead. I don't know. That's another patrol ship. I don't want to run into that unless it's a freighter. So, what we're going to do
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Turn away a little bit. Go back here. Turn on the gyro compass. Turn on the pump. See how we're doing with our reports. As far as I can tell, everything's been fixed. Okay. Looks like we escaped this issue. And I'm still having guys running around looking for damage. But as far as I can tell, everything looks good. Get the compressors on. Throw some ventilation in.